Yeah. Need for Speed Payback question and answer session. Question time with Bourne. Right, so as promised, guys, this is going to be the question and answer, the Q&A session for the questions that I asked you to ask me about Need for Speed Payback, with this being the final weekend before the launch for some people on the 7th and some people the 10th of November. Okay, so just want to put a disclaimer out. Obviously, I'm not able to answer every single question due to the amount of comments that you guys throw at me, but I have managed to pick out around about between 20 to 25 questions, which I'm going to try and get through as best as I can. I'm going to try and give an answer that makes sense, that's tangible, and something for you to snack on and feed off of. Obviously, if there's anything that I'm not able to answer correctly or clearly, then obviously I'll make sure that I make it clear, if that makes sense. It doesn't matter, because what we're going to do is we're going to get straight into it with the first question from the Homeboy S Tune, and he asks, my question, what are the interactions you can have with AI races in free roam? Well, quite simply, what they've done is they've brought back a feature from way back from the Underground series, whereby basically you've got what you call free roaming races. That's what they're actually called in the game, free roaming races, and they're circulating certain areas of the map. What will happen is when you actually come into the proximity of one, you're going to get an alert on your GPS. That alert enables you to go and challenge that free roaming racer, which is obviously an AI controlled player, and it basically gives you a challenge to beat it over a short distance. Now, as you would imagine, these roaming racers, they vary in terms of their level, their ability, their difficulty, the types of cars they drive. Some you're going to beat very easily, and some you might struggle to beat, but essentially that's what you're looking at in terms of races in the free roam. So I hope that answers that question. Next question is from my guy Sean Thomas. What's really good, Sean? How you doing? His question, how different is the handling from on-road to off-road and vice versa? This is a really good question, and it was a question that nobody else asked. There's a big difference, quite frankly, and you can feel it. So as you know, I've actually been using Mac's Land Rover Discovery, or was it Defender? Defender, that was it, yeah, Land Rover Defender. The minute I got into that car, having driven Tyler's MK1 Golf, straight away I could feel that it had more of a spongy feeling. Obviously, if you've got an off-road car, or if you drive off-road, what you want is your car to have soft suspension to handle the amount of bumps, the amount of knocks, the amount of hills and crests that you're going over. You're not driving on a smooth surface, so you need to have a lot of give. When you're driving off-road in this game, especially, oh, that's my phone going off, apologise. Especially if you start sliding around corners, what you start to feel is mechanical body roll. That is actually something I wouldn't have expected to find in an action racer. That's the sort of thing I expect to see in something more like Gran Turismo, Project Cars 2, maybe even Forza, but you can actually feel the differences. Also, not only that, but I found that it's a lot easier to get the car sliding. When I was driving the Golf, you guys saw me doing a little bit of drifting around the corners. That's because I was actually forcing that car to do that. It wasn't a case of me just flicking a joystick and it was happening. I was literally forcing the car to do that. When I drove the Land Rover, it didn't take much for me to get the car sideways. So I guess to answer your question, there are clear differences between the actual car. Bloody fireworks are going on outside my house right now, guys. Sorry if you're hearing it down the microphone, but yes, there are clear differences between off-road and on-road handling. Next question is from Grape Boy. Bourne, love the Let's Plays, just could you please turn on subtitles? This is something that I get asked from many of you guys, and you know what, my bad, my apologies. I did actually say from episode 4, or was it 3? I can't remember, that I was going to turn subtitles on. I totally forget. I'm so excited, and as you can tell by the way I talk when I'm playing the game, that I just totally forget all the logistics that I'm supposed to do. There was even one time I actually recorded a whole episode without my microphone on. Don't ask. Anyway, yeah, I will make sure I have subtitles on in the next episode, I promise you. Next question is from Harish R. What's going on, Harish? Hey Bourne, love your content. Just wanted to know whether we can have two same cars in different classes, like a drift spec R32 and a race spec R32 at the same time. I've not tried this yet, and to be quite frank and honest, I'm not sure many other people have actually tried doing this, but my guess is yes. And the reason why I say this is because I remember in Need for Speed 2015, you were able to buy the same car more than once, because I ended up buying 5 240Zs. I have a fetish for them. Don't ask. I am who I am, and I accept who I am. But no, to answer the question, I think you can, honestly. I don't see any reason why they would have a feature like that in an older game and then take it away from the new game. The funny thing is that it didn't really make sense to have it in 2015. Well, actually, I guess it did, in case you wanted to have two cars with different builds, like a drift build and a grip build. So to answer your question, I haven't been able to confirm it because I haven't tried it, but I would strongly urge on the side of yes, I think you can, as it would make no sense not to. Next question is from Session Box. Is it easy to make money in this game? Yes, it is. It is easy to make money in the game. There are various ways in which you can do that. You can do that through obviously winning events. You can do that from participating in events. You can do that by collecting chips, these strange things that just float around in the open world. You can do it from selling your cars. There's loads of different ways you can make money. You can even do it by participating in side bets. So before each race, you've got the ability to actually bet on whether or not you're going to win or lose. And obviously, if you win the bet based on the challenge that you've been laid out, then you can generate more money that way. So to answer your question, yes, you can make money quite easily. Next question is from Bunta Gaming. Is there music in this game? Yes, there is music. Just like all good Need for Speed games, there is an in-game audio system. There is a whole load of different songs from various different artists covering a whole array of different types of genres. The reason why you have not heard me play any of them whatsoever is because this is YouTube and I do not own the rights to that music. And as any other YouTuber will tell you, if you try to play in-game music, you get into a little bit of bother, as I found out the first video that I uploaded where I accidentally forgot to disable the intro music and the video received a copyright flag. Fortunately not a strike, just a flag. What does that mean? Well, quite frankly, it meant that when I put up the first video of the Let's Play, it wasn't available to certain people in certain countries, which obviously just defeats the whole purpose of sharing your content. So yes, there's loads of music inside the game. When you get it, enjoy it, love it, because I'm pretty certain there's going to be something there to tickle your fancy, whatever type of music you like. Right, next question from Gyrus Minor. So sorry if I got your name wrong. Yo, sick vid, man. Love the vibe. Love you too, bro. My question is there any microtransactions? Like, can we buy points or in-game currency? Right, okay. Yes, there are microtransactions is the answer. Yes, there are. So, I don't want to spend too long on this, but quite frankly, the way it works is you've got these things called speed points, okay? Speed points. Remember I said that. And the speed points, what they do is they enable you to buy these shipments. So shipments are basically packets or crates of different things such as vanity items, tire smoke, different types of horns and cash drops. And these shipments, you can get them in two ways. You can either A, get them through just playing the game and unlocking them when you do certain challenges, which I've unlocked a hell of a lot so far. Or you can go for the premium ones, whereby you've got even higher level tasks to do. But with the premium ones, what you can do is you can spend these things called speed points to basically unlock them faster. Now the speed points, one of the ways in which you can acquire them faster is by actually using real life money to actually buy the in-game currency. You can get to the end game without having to spend the money on microtransactions. It's just that it's going to take you a little bit longer. But in my case, that's not unfortunate, because if you like the game, then you wouldn't mind grinding. I really like Need for Speed Payback so far. I'm really happy about it. Yes, it's got its flaws, but it's a game that is going to keep me wrapped up warm during the winter months. And because of that, I don't mind having to grind. So yes, there are microtransactions. Is it a game killer? No, it's not. It's not, okay? It's not. Next question from Mecha6801. One question, and I'll probably ask Mr. Pants, shout out to Theo, for a second opinion. How bad is the Rubberband AI? Do you know what? In the videos that I've played, you've not heard me complain about it once. That's if you've watched my videos. So that should be a good indication that it's actually not too bad. Well, so far. There is rubberbanding in the game. Of course there is. It's an arcade action racer. You have to have rubberbanding to make sure that it lives up to that title after all. However, what I've found is the rubberbanding seems to be more aggressive when you're being chased by cops. There were certain cops who I was leaving for dead, completely leaving for dead, and they were just closing in on me and all sorts. So I'll say the rubberbanding is quite aggressive when it comes to the cops, but it's not that aggressive when you're actually in game sorry, in races and stuff like that. When you're in actual races, the rubber banding seems to be a lot more mellow than it was in comparison to how it was in 2015. So yeah. Okay, so the next question is from Asmin Skendrovich. This is for the Q&A video. Is there a first person cam and is there a way not to drift when taking corners? Because all the footage I've seen till now shows me that you're able to drift, but what about grip? So basically, again, just like in Need for Speed 2015, you do have a brake to drift button, but thankfully you can fully disable it, okay? You can disable it, which is great. It is possible to go down the whole grip route if that's what you want. What you can actually do is you can tune your car on the fly this time round, so you can effectively have a car set up for whatever you want, whenever you want, at any given time, at any given moment. Now on my footage you've seen me drifting both cars. I was drifting the Land Rover because it was on dirt. Well, I was trying to drift it anyway, I didn't do a good job. And you saw me at times drifting the Mark 1 Golf. The reason why that car was drifting was because I was forcing it to drift. That's a front wheel drive car which understeers when you're in situations where there's loads of tight corners in close proximity. I was struggling to get around those corners because of the understeer, and the only way I could do that was by trying to balance the back by getting the back end out. So I was actually forcing it to drift around corners. Obviously I know it's not the fastest way to get round, but because I'm not the best of drivers, I've just got to make do with the low level of talent that I've got, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? But to answer your question, you can go down the grip route should you want to. Yes. Okay, next question is from Boba Fett. I noticed you already had 200,000. In 2015, that was almost enough to buy any car. So how much do the cars cost on average in the game? So far, I haven't managed to unlock all cars, and that's because I don't have the full version of the game. But what I can say is that 200,000 will only get you so far, because there are certain times where you're going to have to spend money when it comes to upgrading your car. So when you're buying your speed cards and things like that, obviously you're looking to win them at the end of each race. But if you really want to fine-tune your build, if you want to fine-tune your tuning, if you want to call it that, you might have to spend money on certain speed cards. Certain speed cards are as much as 15, 16, 20,000 and more. So when it comes to actual car prices, so far what I've found is that they range from as little as what, 20 to 30,000 to cars that are around about 100,000, right up to cars that are as much as 1 million. So yes, you do make money at a faster rate than you did in 2015. However, the cars are a lot more expensive. Bear in mind, in this version of the game, you're probably going to need to buy more cars than you had. You can't, like, you're not going to beat this game with one car like you did in 2015. In 2015, you could buy a BMW M3 and then you could just tune it to whatever you want. So if you had a drift situation with Risky Devil, you tune it to drift. If you wanted to take on someone like Magnus, you tune it to grip. With Need for Speed Payback, you got to bear in mind that you've got drift build, you've got drag build, you've got runner build, you've got there's so many different builds. The point is that you're going to probably have about at least 5 or 6 cars which are mandatory. That doesn't even include the cars that you're going to want to buy due to just wanting them for the sake of it. So yeah, I hope that answers that question. That was a really messy answer. I hope it made sense. Oh, these freaking fireworks, man. I hope these fireworks aren't coming down the bloody microphone. If they are, I apologise. Next, we've got Antonio Jackson. Hey, is there a photo mode in Need for Speed Payback? Yes, there is. Yes, there absolutely is a photo mode, and it's a brilliant one at that. So I expect to see, in fact, you know what, join my Discord if you haven't already. Join my Discord and start posting your in-game photography. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start featuring the best photos of the week at the start of every single Need for Speed video. How's that? You can't say fairer than that. Good stuff. Michael Smith is asking, Bourne, I know the derelicts can reach level 600, but what level can other cars go to, in particular the Audi R8? Okay, so derelicts can reach level 600, but all the other in-game cars, from my understanding, have a potential of reaching level 399. That's the maximum potential of most cars. Now, the Aston Martin Vulcan, as you can see on screen, is one of the cars that can hit 399, but not every car can hit that level. My Golf GTI, I believe, can only hit 299 as a maximum. So in a way, this is I think this is a good and bad thing. It's a bad thing because it means that looking at that, it's unlikely that my Golf GTI will be able to take on a Vulcan, which is what I would like it to do, to be quite honest. But at the same time, it's a good thing because you want a little element of realism to it, and a Vulcan is a ridiculously powerful car. And to be quite honest, seeing a little pink Golf Mark 1 GTI, my car's going to be pink, by the way. I am going to paint it pink. I don't care what anyone says. It just leaves an uneasy feeling seeing that little thing just blasting past. But I don't know, it depends on how you look at it. But the Audi R8 does look like a car that can get to level 399. Interestingly, it looks like it starts off very close to 300 already. So that tells me that it's a powerful car out the gate. So there you go. Next question is from Blacker. Bourne, have you tried to play a game whilst eating chicken wings? No. But I do play whilst eating donuts half the time. Ring donuts. You should actually try them. They're pretty good. Next question from Vodka Chidoba. I hope I said that right. Is there some early access on the PS4? Unfortunately, my friend, no, there isn't. The early access is basically as part of the EA Access service, which is exclusive to Xbox owners only. So majority of the people you saw playing the game early were actually Xbox owners. Apart from people like Theo and Cam and Jay, people like that obviously probably got a full version of the game when they went down to Go Studios the other week. So yeah, people like me, we just played it on Xbox and got it off of EA Access. Life's lit. Yeah, boy, what's really good? Is there fast travel in the game, and what happens when you die? Well, thankfully you don't die. Well, I've not seen you dying. I've not died yet, thankfully. But there is fast travel in the game. Yes, there absolutely is. Essentially what happens is, as you are discovering different places on the map, such as gas stations, tuner shops, garages and things like that, as you start to discover them, they then become areas upon which you can fast travel to at your will. That also includes dealerships as well, so you don't have to waste time driving from place to place. You can actually save a lot of traveling time and a lot of gas as well by actually just fast traveling. So yes, it does have that feature. Next question from Alex Armand. Does the game have cockpit view? It doesn't have a cockpit view, I'm afraid, Alex. It doesn't have a cockpit view. I can't really... You see, here's the thing. A lot of people turn around and say, well, it doesn't need a cockpit view because it's an action racer. I disagree. I think a cockpit view is something that a lot of people want. It's something that a lot of people would like. And let's not forget, Need for Speed is not the only action racer out there. The Crew, that has a cockpit view. Midnight Club, that had a cockpit view. So there's no real tangible reason as to why they shouldn't put one in, to be quite frank and honest. Who knows, maybe it might come in an update, who knows. But at this present moment in time, no, there is no cockpit view in Need for Speed Payback. Next question is from Derby Extreme R. How many garage slots will we get? Now here's the thing, you don't have one garage in the game. When you explore the map, you will find that you are unlocking various garages all over the actual in-game world, and once you unlock these different garages, you have the option to actually buy them. Now so far, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think I've managed to discover 4 different garages, of which I've bought one, and one was given to me free of charge, and each one has a slot of 20. So there is at least 80 slots. At least 20, 40, 60, 80, yeah, at least 80 slots minimum at this present moment in time, which is a huge step up from 2015, which went from 5 to, what was it 10? I can't even remember, but yeah, you will have plenty of space to store loads and loads of cars. Right, the next question is from Detro. Where's my CRX? Do you know what? That's a very good bloody question. Where is my CRX? Where's my CRX is the question. Listen, Ghost, I'm a simple man with simple requirements, and I simply ask you put the CRX in the game because I asked, and because I want it, and because it's a brilliant car, and that's an end to it. Okay, and the final question is from Luke. Alright, so I've been keeping up with this game since its announcement, and one thing or feature that I haven't heard a lick about is a manual transmission option. Have I answered this question already on manual transmission? I'm not sure, let me continue. I would assume that manual mode is in the game, but I haven't seen a video or a Reddit post about it. Bourne, let me know. Luke, I'm going to make your day. In fact, no, I'm going to make your weekend, your week and your month. In fact, screw that, I'm going to make your whole damn year. Because brother, bro, yes, it's in the game. Manual transmission is in the game from launch, out of the gate. Okay, you've got the ability to flick to manual mode and ensure that you get the best out of your drag racing. You've got the ability to ensure that you control what's going on with your rev limiter when you're drifting around corners, okay, which makes for a better experience for all. So yes, you do have manual transmission in the game. Right, and that just about wraps things up for another video, folks. Thank you so much for coming out and joining this question and answer set. Well, you didn't actually come out and join the session. You're watching the session that I already recorded, but you know what I meant. Thank you very much for participating in terms of giving me the questions to answer. If you really like this, if this is something that you want to see me do going forward every now and again, then hit the like button for more Bourne Q&As. If it's your first time around here, I wish you a Bourne welcome. Be sure to hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button for the next episode, the Need for Speed Payback Let's Play on the channel. Me and Mac have still got unfinished business in beating the final stage boss. Do not forget to join the Discord. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, join the Discord chat. It is the best way to get in contact with me and everyone else. If you haven't got Discord, pull your phone out of your pocket, go to your relevant application store, app store on iPhone and Google Play on an Android device, download Discord, make an account and join the server, which I'm going to put the link to in the comment section as well as the description box. Do not forget to sign the Need for Speed Payback car list petition, a petition I started a couple of weeks ago, basically giving you guys the opportunity to put down the cars you would like to see in the game post launch at a later date. Watch the video, participate in it, and hopefully fingers and feet crossed that Ghost will take notice of it, because the more collective voices we have on this, the more influence we can have in helping them, that's the key word, shape the game for the better. So be sure to take part in that. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you when the next video comes out. Take it easy. Peace.